Hey everybody, this is Booster, and welcome to Michigan's very first Sprint Enduro, and I've got my headphones turned way up too loud. I don't even know how to turn them down. There we go. Alright, up in front of me we got Steve, and we got Pony. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to catch these guys. Both of these guys rode in the K class, which is the, what is it? 35 plus class, and I'm just below that. I'm gonna be 33 this year, so I'm just below them. I rode the R class this year in the hare scrambles, but yeah, I thought I'd try to give them try to catch them basically. And watch this, I'm gonna cheat. All right, I'll call it out right now. I'm gonna cheat. Okay, he said 5. I thought he said bye. I don't know why I thought that, but I don't know. I don't hear so well, and with the bike noise and everything, I thought he said bye. I thought he was telling me to go, so I cheated. I actually did that 2 laps in a row, so I should have finished 10 seconds slower than what I actually did. It didn't make a difference in the end, but anyway. So here I am, I'm trying to catch Steve, I'm trying to catch Pony, and they're really close to each other in speed. I think when all was said and done, Steve and Pony were within like 10 or 11 seconds of each other finishing this race out. I know they had some really close finishes during the season and everything, and I think they finished in the points like 1 position from each other. Not sure on that, but I know they were out here battling all day, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, here I am, I'm out here, and this is what I think is probably going to be the last race I will run on my YZ250. She's a 2001, and she's, you know, she's getting old and getting a little tired, but it's been a good bike. And my next bike, you ready for this? My next bike is the 2018 YZ250X. That's right, I got the X model, the aluminum frame. I'm moving up into that. I've got the new suspension, which I think is really going to help me, because if you look at this, watch my corner speed. All right, corner speed wasn't too bad. Corner speed here, not too bad. I mean, that's not saying I can't improve. I know I definitely can, but I think I'm getting a lot better at riding ruts and stuff around corners. And I noticed that on the straightaways, I just don't appear to have the confidence to let that suspension soak everything up. So I'm hoping the new bike and the new suspension, I've heard great things, is going to help me out. So looking up ahead, I have caught Pony. Well, he's within sight. I haven't caught him quite yet. But, hey, before I get too sidetracked, let's explain what a Sprint Enduro is. This is the very first Sprint Enduro in the state. It is at Battle Creek, and a Sprint Enduro is essentially kind of like a hare scramble. Oh, I'm going to get past Steve and Pony both. Apparently Steve got wrapped up in something and Pony just pulled over, so. A Sprint Enduro is kind of like a hare scramble where there are different laps and different sections that you can ride. And it's timed. Like we started off 15 seconds different, and yeah, it's time. You go as fast as you can, and whoever has the shortest amount of time at the end wins. It's kind of nice because you have little breaks in between, which this being their very first one, they were still ironing out some kinks and stuff. I personally would have liked a little longer breaks in between, because I think that this series has a really good opportunity to be like a family type event. And I mean that by saying, like, okay, let's say I go to a hare scramble. It's 2 hours long. Well, my wife and daughters, you know, they spectate a little bit, but they're not real interested in doing that. They end up sitting around for 2 hours and they don't see me until I come back across the finish line, or if they see me out there racing once every lap, which isn't that much. Now this, on the other hand, if I'm out riding, let's say for 15 minutes, and I come back and get a 20-minute break or something like that, that's cool, because I can stop in, hang out with the family, BS with them, with buddies, you know, talk a little bit about what we did out there, and it's just cool because you get to spend a whole lot more time with the actual people. there'd be more camaraderie, more friendship and stuff. And I just think that's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm showing a bunch of sections here that I liked. And this is the enduro section, which of course, you know, I am going to like the enduro section more than the motocross section. And yeah, it was a real good time. We come out here, we had like 170 people participate. So if you watched my last video trying to kind of promote this thing a little bit, and you came out and showed up to this, thank you very much. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get a new series going in the state, and it'll just be a really cool thing to do. I had a blast out here. I didn't really ride real competitively. I wasn't really trying to. I mean, if you saw like my preview of this race where I was just chasing Pony around, that wasn't Pony being a jerk and not letting me by. That was before we lined up. I told Pony, I was like, hey, look, I really don't care. I'm not trying to be competitive here. So like, I'm gonna try to catch you. And then Pony was just like, well, I'm not gonna let you pass me. You know, he's gonna try not to let me pass him. So it was like, oh, that's cool. You know, it's kind of like a fun trail ride or something, you know? And we tried not to allow like our competing with each other, going out there and doing that to interfere with other people. At one point I was worried because a guy passed me and I was like, oh shoot, he's riding a two-stroke. Pony's gonna think it's me and not let him by. But Pony, I don't know, he looked back or something and he saw the guy and let the guy by. So that's cool because, you know, we're out here screwing around, but we don't want to like, you know, mess up anybody else's race. So this section is awesome right here. I love this. You come up by the fence, you got to avoid some trees, up and down, and oh man. I know Logan's heavily involved in putting on these Michigan enduro hair scrambles. One thing I would like to say to him, because I'm sure he's going to watch this, he's going to watch probably every video anyone posts about this race, but I would like to see more rough stuff, dude. Make it hard. Make it really hard. Make it so like you get through that section and you're just like, oh my gosh, that was hard. That's what I want. I want like log crossings, big, like we went through a little ravine thing here. I want all that. Like the enduro cross section was over here. Like we missed that, but dude, throw all of that stuff in there. Like throw some crazy stuff at us that we're just like, what was that at the end of the race? And we're surprised we could even get through it. Kind of like the hair scrambles. I guess you could make a bypass around it that would make you lose time if you wanted to, if you really felt bad for us. But dude, you don't have to feel bad for us. This section was awesome right here. I loved going through here. Just the way it like snaked through the woods and you had to throw the bike back and forth underneath you. Oh, it was really cool. A little bit of a hill climb. I came in, I don't think I was in the right gear, or I didn't carry enough momentum, but I'm still learning. I'm still getting better. So I thought I was doing real good this lap. I was moving pretty good. I felt like I was carrying a really good pace. And where's it at? Like Alan and his buddy just come flying by me. Alan's on the Suzuki and his buddy was on the Kawasaki here. And they just, I mean, they were moving. And Alan, I guess it's gonna be in a little while yet. But Alan, I mean, I know he's pretty fast, all right, especially for the class that I usually ride in hair scrambles. He's got the speed to be able to run up front and actually like lead a race. But usually I finish like pretty close to him within a position or two, you know. But I think he was out here and he was on his game. He was cooking, and I don't know, he was riding at a pace that I couldn't match. But I don't know. It's cool too, because a lot of the guys you see from the hair scrambles were out here and we got to BS in between races. So that was cool. Here comes my jump. Listen. Whim. Yeah, that's a little bit of air. Yeah. Pretty proud of that one. Okay, so coming up here, Alan's gonna pass me, I think, on this corner. Yeah, there's his buddy. And here comes Alan. And man, they are going, and we're almost out to the motocross track now. Now for this lap, I cut out the motocross track, but don't worry, it's not totally cut out. I cut to actually the first lap. I keep calling them laps, but it was the first test. Because I was chasing Pony and trying to get past him, and we got out to the motocross track, and that's when we started battling. So that was a pretty cool time. Alright, here we go. There's Pony, came up in front of me. Now we're out here on the motocross track and the race is on. Like, I wanted to get by him, but I think he's more comfortable on the motocross track than I am. But when that guy's in front, all you have to do is push it just a little bit harder than him to get around him, you know? So I take the outside here. We're running right close to side by side. And I sneak around him in the corner. I get him. We come out here onto the mini track. And I think I got him now, you know, there's no way he's gonna get past me on this. Like, I don't know, in order to ride the ruts and everything, you have to be in a certain spot. There's no real line developed because it's the first lap, so the outside is the best. And I kind of slow down because I got this guy in front of me. And Pony comes in all crazy. There he is. Comes by me, and now watch this. He gets all nuts and he almost hits this log. Oh, sliding in sideways. That was cool. Anyway, guys, the sprint enduros are really cool. Whole lot of fun. There's Logan right there. Hey, man, awesome race. I hope we have a series going next year because I'll be riding in it. And that's that, guys. That is a sprint enduro. You see one of these pop up next year, be sure to stop by and give it a try because it's a blast. All right, guys, this is Booster, and I will catch you guys later.